All right. Adding and subtracting decimals. This is easy. There's just one little key to learning this. The key to decimals is realize that decimals can get ugly. Some decimal answers go on and on forever and never end. Some just repeat a certain rhythm, on and on it goes. And so sometimes they're ugly. They're kind of unruly. You just got to keep the decimals in line, which is the key for adding and subtracting decimals. So let's take a look. Here I have some examples ready for you. And the key is right in the middle. Keep them in line. You got to keep decimals in line. Sometimes they want to cause trouble. We'll see that again when we get to multiplying and dividing decimals. But for now, let's just do some addition. With the decimals needing to be in line, it's easy. Sometimes it's easier for you if you were just to write the decimals first. It may seem kind of weird, but it really does help. We have two numbers here, so we have two decimals going on there. So what we do there is we have 3 and 2500. So now we just have the 3 and the 2500ths. And we have the 3 tenths, and we're adding. And then we can just add. Oh, but there's a space here. Well, that's true. What you could do with that space is just add a 0. And that will help it look more uniform. It'll have the same numbers after the decimal in every number, so it just looks more usual like we're used to. So then you can just add it from there. So 5 plus 0 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5, decimal in line, and 3. So you have 3 and 5500ths. It's easy. The trick is just keeping your decimals in line. Don't be doing 3 and 2500ths and then do, well, 3, oh, that's going to be wrong. Have to have decimals in line. Let's try another one. What if there's more than one number? Well, that's okay. Same kind of thing. So let's just keep the decimals in line. We have 3 now. And the same type of issue. We have 10 and 600ths. And here we have 8,000ths. Ooh, we're going to put a 0 there. Then we have 5, but where's the decimal in that? Well, if I was to write this and say, how much money is this? Well, $5. Well, what if I did this? See, still $5. The decimal after the number, like the end of a sentence, that doesn't change the value of it. It just represents it in a different way. Now we're going to the hundredths. This way, we just went to the whole number. But it's the same thing. So we can put the 5 here, just like it was over there. And now you have your spaces where there are no zeros, so you just add your zeros in, and then do whatever it is. These are all add, so you would do that. And then we just add them normally. 8, 6, 0, decimals in line. And you can even do this before you even start adding, just so you don't forget. You just put your decimal right there. Especially if you're one of those people like me sometimes when I'm in a hurry. I write so sloppy I can't read my own writing. Kind of a drag, especially in math. So you might want to do that first, if it helps you. And then we have here. So there is our answer. 15 and 68 thousandths would be the answer for that one. No problem. Just keep the decimals in line. Subtraction is the same. Works the exact same way. So we have 15 minus something. Minus 1, see the decimal would be here. Minus 1 and 7500ths. But again, there's nothing above to subtract it. You can't subtract it from nothing. So we just go ahead and do that. We just add the zeros here, just like we did on the other side in red. We just do the same thing here. And then we subtract, but we need to borrow. So if we borrow, just like when we were doing whole numbers, 10 minus 5 is 5. This would be 2 decimals in line. So 13 and 2500ths. It's easy, no problem. Let's just do one more. This is kind of big. Could be kind of ugly or intimidating if you're not used to this. But if you just follow the key to keep them in line, then it'll be a whole lot easier for you to do. Let's try it. So we have 3 and 6 tenths minus, and let's just put the decimal there first. If you want to, you can even put it here. 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have this weirdness up here. Well, that's okay. Just add the zeros there. Sure enough. And again, we just subtract just like we were using whole numbers. If this was a comma or something, we would just subtract normally. And there is our answer. So, adding and subtracting decimals, just keep the decimals in line. If there's different numbers of digits after the decimal, then just fill them in with zeros. It doesn't change the value any more than this is different than that. They are the same. So you can do that. Mathematically, it doesn't change a thing. So, adding and subtracting decimals, no problem. Have fun.